What happened to Messi? Because up until the recent Season 2 updates, you would load into a game, pick Messi, spread your wings, and start flying across the map, zipping between teammates, keeping everyone alive. It felt amazing, like we're actually the guardian angel the game supposedly said you were. And then, Season 2 of Reign of Talon launched on April 14, 2026. The devs decided it was time to shake up a bunch of hero skits. The idea was to take certain perks and bake them straight into the base kits of some heroes. Messi was one of them. Flash Heal, one of our best perks, got moved into our base kits, and to pay for that, they nerfed our healing staff output, and they slowed down our Guardian Angel movement ability launch speed by 10%. The thing that lets her fly across the battlefield and actually feel like an angel, yeah, they nerfed that, and the community absolutely lost it, and rightfully so. They had just gotten one of Overwatch's most beloved heroes. And here is the worst part, the part that made everyone even more mad. The Overwatch community had already agreed on what Messi actually needed. She did not need a movement nerf, she needed a damage boost. Everyone knew it, players knew it, content creators knew it, even people who didn't main Messi knew it. But the devs nerfed the one thing that made her fun, and instead they made her healing burst stronger, which just pushed her forward towards one of the most annoying playstyles in the game, the heal bot.
Mercy's Guardian Angel got a nerf to its speed, and it feels pretty bad. You're gonna be missing a lot more jumps you would have previously made, ones that are probably muscle memory, especially when you don't have divine momentum. Here's how far you used to be able to go, and now compare it to this clip from Season 2. Backwards Guardian Angel was nerfed a few years ago to be slower than a forward slingshot, and it feels kind of atrocious now. Supply Surge is a stadium power that uses reload as well, and its cooldown was 10 seconds, which the description still says in the armory. However, Flash Shield has taken over it. Now if you want to use Surge, they're tied together, and it has Flash's 12-second cooldown. A lot of Mercy parkour maps may suffer if they require very precise movement. Keep in mind there's thousands of maps, and some of them are built for speedrunning. It's frustrating because the Mercy community has so often said, we're okay with nerfs to rares or healing or damage boost, but we'd really like to avoid movement changes because it's such a key part of what makes her fun to play.
Now she feels bad to play, and honestly she feels even more annoying to play against, because now there is even less reason to move and even more reason to just stand behind the wall and hold left click on one person. And I think the devs forgot why people play Messi in the first place. But before we talk about any of those changes, we need to talk about something even bigger. I think Messi is a hero that has been badly designed ever since day one. Messi in the Overwatch lore is a total pacifist. She never wanted to hurt anyone. She joined Overwatch specifically because she wanted to use her work to save lives, not end them. So here's the irony. Her damage boost, her most iconic ability, it turns her into a Mordo beam. The character, who in the story refuses to harm anyone, is best played by amplifying her team's damage and helping them kill people faster. That is a character design problem that no number of patches will ever truly fix. The fantasy and the gameplay have never really matched. She's supposed to be a guardian angel, flying across the battlefield, saving her teammates. Instead, she's crouched behind a wall, beaming one DPS player and making them unstoppable. And the damage boost creates three really big problems that keep coming back no matter what the devs try to do. Problem number one, it changes how fast people die. Now, in any hero shooter, players build their brains around the TTK, which means time to kill. It is basically how long it takes to eliminate someone in a fight. You pick a fight and your brain is mostly calculating. Okay, my character can take about this many shots before they die. I have this much time. Damage boost breaks that math completely. A small damage boost can mean a much faster TTK. Players get eliminated faster than they expected. Fights feel unfair, and new players who are still learning get punished by something they do not even understand is happening. Problem number two, it lets the best players completely run the lobby. If you pair damage boost with a really skilled player, especially a hit scan like Widowmaker or Sojourn, it becomes impossible to play against. This turns rank into a sweatfest, because if you're not the LeBron James of Overwatch, one pocketed player can run through your entire team harder than they could have ever done alone. And if that person is a smurf, already playing below their rank, then you're probably cooked. Problem number 3. It turns messy players into heal bots. This is a big one. Damage boost directly kills Messi's hero fantasy. When you're pocketing one player all game, you're not flying around saving people. You're standing still, hiding, and pressing one button. You're a heal bot. And here's the really sad thing. That playstyle isn't even fun. Players do not queue up as Messi because they want to stand behind cover. They queue up because they want to fly. Here is the truth about why people love Messi. It's the movement. Guardian Angel has been one of the most satisfying mobility tools in Overwatch ever since the first game. The super jump, the slingshot, the backwards dash, these things were not even planned. The super jump started as a glitch that the community discovered in the early days of Overwatch. Players figured out you could cancel Guardian Angel at just the right moment to launch yourself into the air, and the devs eventually just made it an official part of a kit. This is how beloved this mechanic was. People built entire custom parkour maps around flying as Messi. There is a whole community of players who don't even care about competitive. They just want to fly around and practice movements. There are parkour codes, parkour tournaments, content creators who make nothing but messy movement videos. When you are adding something to a hero's kit, you have to be very careful. A good nerf should target the part of the hero that makes people angry to play against, without touching what makes them fun or special. The thing that makes Messi frustrating to play against is the damage boost. The thing that makes Messi fun to play is the movement. They nerfed the movement. This quote-unquote fix does not just miss the point, it makes the problem worse. These movement nerfs take away even more reason to fly between allies and give players even more reason to just lock onto one person and stay there. And the flash heal they added, it does not reward good play. It does not reward smart positioning or timing. It rewards, did you press the button fast enough? The devs even contradicted themselves. They said flash heal was a compelling and expressive ability that rewards smart cooldown management, and then in the same patch they added a major perk that gives Messi 2 charges of flash heal, completely removing any thoughts that could have gone into using it.
The new Mercy update has absolutely ruined her as a character. They added flash heal, which basically gives her just an extra instant heal, right? So because they added another ability to her kit, Mercy mains have no idea how to press extra buttons other than left click and right click. You see it all over the forums that Mercy is doing terrible now because of it. What do you guys think? You guys think Mercy's pretty hard to play?
So, how do we start fixing Messi? Damage boost has to change. The problem it creates, the TTK swings, the smurf lobbies, the pocketing, cannot be fixed with just numbers. You can make it 20% instead of 25%, and the core problem is still there. But here is the thing, she still needs something to do when her allies do not need healing. So, she cannot just lose the ability entirely. The fix? Replace damage boost with attack speed boost. Attack speed would still increase her teammates' overall damage output over time, so she keeps her supportive identity, but it removes the one-shot breakpoint, the instant this hero can now kill in 2 hits instead of 3 moments, that make damage boost so unfair. It also forces faster reload cycles on boosted heroes, which actually creates more windows where those players are vulnerable. The Messi meta starts being, can this hero one-shot with damage boost? Yes, Messi pick, period, and it becomes more nuanced, and maybe even more interesting. Attack speed boost could work on tanks and supports too. Right now, damage boost goes almost exclusively on DPS players, because why would you boost anyone else, right? But if it is attack speed, suddenly it is what putting on a tank, making a push. It is what putting on your auto support when you're getting dove. Now, Messi mains have to make real decisions. Do I speed up my tank to help them engage, or do I boost my Sojourn to build a railgun faster? She gets actual skill desperation, real choices, and the resentment that other players feel toward Mercy starts to fade, because now her support is spread across the whole team instead of turning one person into an unkillable monster. If you want to make a good change for a character, you have to understand why people hate them and why people love them. For Mercy, nobody hated her because she was flying around. Nobody was complaining about Guardian Angel in several lobbies and saying, "This movement is too powerful." What people hated was standing against a damage boosted soldier they could not kill. What people hated was watching one Smurf get pocketed and deleting an entire team. What people loved was the movement, the flying, the feeling of being an angel who cheats death by never standing still. And Mercy Law backs this up. She's Dr. Angela Ziegler, a pacifist, a healer, a woman who lost her parents to violence and spent her whole life running towards danger to save people, not away from it, and definitely not standing behind a wall holding a mother beam. The devs need to stop nerfing what makes Mercy special and start fixing what makes her frustrating. So please, Blizzard, stop ruining Overwatch and fix Mercy.